I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Zach. You know, how's he coming along this camp?
Coming along very well. Obviously, Friday night we'll know exactly where we're at, but I'm very pleased. Did a good job today, making some good decisions. Friday night scrimmage wasn't great, but he's doing the right things. Now just got a matter of just being consistent with it. You know, so it's all gonna come together here for Friday night. So I'm excited for him.
You talked about Zach having more confidence. Are you seeing that in him? Does he display confidence to you?
I mean, that comes with knowledge. And I think over the weeks we've shown him a lot of looks in practice. And he's getting more comfortable and feels better with them every single day. So again, he's more vocal, which is probably the key. He's more vocal, telling guys where to go, you know, communicating to the O-line, what to look for as far as defensive front. You know, so it's I'm very pleased.
So obviously, so much of what he has to do is you need him to be able to recognize the defensive front and make checks at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
Have you been able to throw a lot of? Are you able to do that in camp, where you can throw different looks at him and see how he reacts?
That's what I mean. We've shown him a lot of different looks. Again, when I was away, came back, and the guys had shown him so much that I was very pleased with what I saw and how he had progressed. You know, so the guys did a great job. Coach does a great job with him in my absence. You know, and I'm pleased with what we have so far. And again, not just a matter of going all out there on Friday night and playing under the lights.
Right. So definitely a big jump from the spring when he did some things that disappointed you?
Definitely a big jump. Again, I think over the summer, gave him a few exams and some film to watch to kind of help him. And I think it helped him. You know, and he has more confidence. He knows what he's looking at. And again, for me, game plan wise is to make sure that I share my thoughts with the quarterback. What I'm looking for, why I call this play, why I don't like this play. And again, that should transfer to their mindset, their memory bank. So when they see if I call something, they get a different look, then they'll get out the play and get to the right play. And that's the key.
What about Garrett if you had to throw him in there?
Garrett's ready. I mean, like I said with Will, we can win with Garrett. We can win with Garrett. I mean, he's a chip on his shoulder. He feels he's the better quarterback. I mean, again, he's a competitor. He wants to be the starter, you know. So, and he's worked his butt off. He challenges Zach in everything they do, you know. So I feel really confident with Garrett.
Is he moving well? No residual effects of the knee?
Well, let's say Garrett's not fleet of feet anyway, so the brace doesn't look any different. but no, I mean he's going to get out there and give us everything he can.
Let's talk a little bit about the offensive line. How are they looking?
We're getting there. Yeah, you know, we feel good at tackle with Andrew Wood and Jacob Hawk. The next guy to play would be Ford Higgins, who's going to be a really good football player for us. So we feel good there. Obviously, Parker Wade started games for us at center. We have David Forney behind him that's doing a really nice job, and Brian Barrett's doing a good job at guard. We've got Evan Martin, who's played a lot of football for us. Robert Lindsay started games for us at tackles, playing other guards, doing a nice job. Behind them, we have Laurent Njiki and Stephen Satchel, Seth White, who all have played a lot of football here, or at least practiced a lot with us and got some reps. And then Forney's could probably play some guard as well.
Right.
Yeah, so we got the pieces. And the other tackles, obviously big Mike Rayford's coming along and doing much better. And Kendall Wright's a young guy that's got some talent as well.
Who's emerged as the leader of the group? I'm going to guess Robert Lindsay.
Evan's probably more vocal than anybody. Yeah,
Okay.
Evan's pretty vocal, and Lindsay's doing a good job leading, you know, by example. But I would say Evan's the leader of the group.
Having missed last year, how's Lindsay look? Is he back to your form you saw before?
I think so. You know, it's probably going to take obviously the game reps to know for sure, but I think we're heading in the right direction. Yeah.
What in terms of Andrew Wood, last year he had the little issue with the jumping off sides. You think he got that corrected?
I hope so.
No, until the game.
Well, but it hasn't showed up in practice, and it didn't show up in spring ball, so I think so.
Why did it show up at all? Do you have any idea what that was about?
You know, it was his first time playing, and
just anxious.
You know, yeah, a little anxious maybe, and obviously we do some no huddle stuff, so maybe thinking too much and things like that. But it hadn't been a problem so far, so knock on wood if I could.
Last year, Parker Wade, the one thing is he's not the biggest body, and when you went against a odd front, you wanted to use Maurice, who was bigger, and Maurice ended up taking the job overall. But what would you do if you had to get a bigger body in there?
Forney's probably the next guy right now at center if we had to get a bigger guy. Parker's done a good job, though. You know, he played just about the entire Army game and did a really nice job in there on a zero nose. So Parker right now, and then Forney's probably the next guy, and he's kind of built for the zero nose.
Right. So Jake Hawk is a local kid. For him to start in the season opener is a big deal for him and his family. What has Jake done to put himself in that position?
He's a big kid. He's athletic, but he had a great spring. And he probably was our top tackle coming out of the spring, and he's continued that throughout the summer and then through camp, and he's doing well. I mean, the kid's just playing good football for us.
Did he get meaningful game reps last year, Hawk?
Oh yeah, he did.
He spelled those guys.
I don't know how many games he played in, but he was the third tackle. And played quite a bit and played early in games, very meaningful. And we were watching the UConn game, which I think was our second game last year, and I think the fourth play of the game he was in the game playing against those guys. So yeah, he played a lot of football last year for us.
Right. So the cohesion, the chemistry is so important with this line. Is that still to be developed, or do you feel like you've had enough reps with these guys together that they have?
I think obviously it'll continue to develop, and I think it'll develop more. But I think with the guys that are going to start, I think it's there. I mean, you got 4 guys who've started football games here, and you've got Hawk, who's played a lot of meaningful football and who's been in the left tackle spot throughout spring ball and through fall camp. So I think we're there.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you say you're as big as you've been? I don't know the last time Navy had 2 6'6", 300-pound tackles.
We are, I think, by far as big as we've ever been. Yeah.
Right.
We are. Yep.
So you're going to maul people?
That's the plan. We'll see.